Happy Sunday here on your most favorite Tesla Sundays series on your most favorite stock investing channel. Now I welcome you because the Volkswagen Herbert, this CEO, loves Tesla. Now this seems to be a little bit off what you see in the news, but he really does. Now we have seen that he and Elon Musk like to be together and they meet on regular basis, but this is just one of all the topics that we will discuss today, so stay tuned, lean back, enjoy the show. So let's talk about what we have on this show today for you, and it's definitely the Norway and Netherlands sales numbers that was issued that are catastrophic for Tesla. The second topic today is the Gigafactory 3 Phase 2 construction groundbreaking began, and this is very good for Tesla in terms of scaling. As you know, Tesla's one of the most challenging over the next couple of years will be scaling, and this is obviously a very good sign. We will talk about the IPO of the Nikola truck company. We will talk about the Model 3 China chip catastrophe. And we will talk about some analyst rating as well as the Tesla stock. And then we come to the Volkswagen CEO. We will talk about the Gigafactory 4 in Germany, groundbreaking. And we will talk about the Model Y interior. There was some photos and videos leaked, so very interesting. And we will talk about Tesla in China. Okay, we had about 1,400 vehicles sold in Norway in December. And in December was a quite big month for Tesla, because especially in countries like Norway, Netherlands are being the number one European countries where Elon Musk and his team can sell the most electric vehicle. And actually, in the end of last year, they sold a lot and lots of cars because the tax credit, what was there or partially there, was expiring, and therefore, we can see this spike. In my opinion, I'm not that much worried because of two things. We had a spike because of the tax credits, and secondly, the markets are so tiny anyway. Those markets are really small, and I'm rather very much concerned how Tesla can scale on the other places around the world, like when the cars can arrive finally to the Middle East. We was delayed from beginning of the year now to May of the year, so you can see there is demand. Otherwise Tesla will approach these areas much quicker. There's a lot of demand here anyway. The Tesla Model 3 is very demanding cars, and I believe there's still some people that are saying, I was waiting that a couple of months the Model 3 was produced, and I see that the production, the cars quality get better and better, and now I'm buying when I see lots of improvement into the cars. So the Gigafactory in China has a couple of phases. Now let's talk about phase 1, which was finalized and completed in about 10 months from a piece of land to a full functioning manufacturing facility. Now the China phase 2, which is like a piece of the puzzle in Tesla China, is getting built. This means that actually we officially don't know for what is this area, but we assume that Tesla want to build there the Model Y in China, as well as they share 75% of all parts. This is obviously the right move to go for Tesla, and therefore I believe that's a great way to move forward. And I think this is why they raised some money, or they don't need it, but I think they will use this kind of new funds exactly to scale, because again, this is the most challenging thing for Tesla in the next couple of years, and that's why as faster they go, as better for us investors. Nikola is one of Tesla's competitors, but not for the regular sedans, but more of the semi-truck. They are producing big trucks completely on electric, similar to Rivian is focused on SUVs and 4x4s, and Nikola is focused on semi-trucks. And actually, they just merged with another company, something very similar what Virgin Galactic did. They did also with a capital company. They merged together and was directly listing, because otherwise IPO can take a very long time for companies, and that's a great move for Nikola. More options for investors to invest into electric vehicles industry. I think Tesla just made a mistake, because Tesla is delivering cars in China actually a little bit under the radar in terms of specs, especially hardware specs. There's the new software chip that is used for self-driving cars, which is the new 3.0. Now, actually, it seems that Tesla, because of the current health issue worldwide, had not the chance to send all the parts over on time, and they have built in the latest deliveries of the Model 3 2.5 versions. Now, if I see it from the side of the investor, I believe this is the good move, because obviously if they would have many cars that would still wait for this hardware, there would be much less deliveries, and the numbers for Q1 would be very low. Now, on the other side, from a client and customer perspective, I think it's absolutely no-go that Tesla is not communicating this, because in the end of the day, they would just need to say, hey guys, to help Tesla to grow and to deliver your cars fast to you, we will temporarily build in the 2.5 version of the hardware, and just in a couple of weeks we will call you back in and make a free upgrade to the 3.0 version. Now, there's no security or safety concerns of the hardware in any way, but you always want to have the latest kit, right? The investment house GMP just released a new analysis of Tesla, and I have to tell you, I hope you see it, they rose their stock price target 46% to $1,060. Now, this is way up what they had previously stated, but they thinking that the current sell-off and due to the whole pressure on the overall market is a great opportunity to buy Tesla shares, and that's why a couple of days ago in the beginning of the week, Tesla rose 8%, and I believe this is just another analyst that sees the opportunity, and again recommending to buy into dips. And I think we had a lot of opportunity in the last couple of days, and we will surely have them in the next couple of days. But however, long-term investors should think to load up their capabilities now in those days, because I believe in 1-2 months, when we have more stability in the market due to the overall pressure, then Tesla will have one direction. So if we're looking into the Tesla stock, we can see that actually the stock went up a little bit this week to go even down and towards end of this week. And all in all, it seems that Tesla stock is fighting about the mark of 700, 720. But I think then it's a really good opportunity to buy, because Tesla will in a couple of months go over $900, $1,000, $1,200 if everything works out. That's just, very confident statement by myself. However, not a recommendation. You should look into the company, which is the best in the world, and make your own opinion about this. And otherwise, I wish you all the best by having longer discount window where you can load up some shares. The Volkswagen CEO Herbert Diess, he is a quite interesting man, because he took over the steering wheel of one of the biggest car companies in the world after a very scandalous months and years, and therefore everybody's looking what the biggest car manufacturer in Germany is doing, and he's actually watching Elon. Elon Musk and Herbert Diess are meeting on regular basis. They're sharing visions. Herbert is really strongly focusing on the future of electric cars for Volkswagen, which is, I believe, the most important part, and very glad that at least one German car manufacturer is doing it with a lot of pressure. He is also, criticized a lot the German economy to, be against Tesla, and he also saying that he is so happy that Tesla is moving to Germany because this will bring up some movement into the scenery, and more talents can be educated on electricity, on electric vehicle, and therefore I believe that's a huge leap and a great, fantastic way that two big CEOs talking together about the future of futuristic cars. Let's go quick to Germany. Germany, we know, is the destination of the Gigafactory number 4, and we know that the governments are very supportive, and they said on Twitter that they wish Elon Musk would come end of March to this groundbreaking event for the groundbreaking of the Gigafactory 4. That's not bad. And then Elon Musk replied on Twitter, and he said, of course. So now, as more and more Model Ys are still getting tested on the streets, and we see them lots of on the parking lots, then people are curious, and obviously with the technology of the smartphone can film interior. Then they saw a couple of interesting things, and there was nothing that stand out. I think there's a lot of more informations coming when the first people will had their hand on the Model Y, and I'm very curious about, especially when specialists are going to look into the cars and seeing the beautiful engineering behind it. But we know that it has, for example, a USB slot. Great. And before ending this vlog, for sure make sure to like this video and subscribe if you're new here on Tesla Sundays. It's a series that I love to produce every single Sunday without any excuses. Now let's talk about for real about Tesla China. I more and more believe that the Chinese government is really supporting about the Tesla, because we see that the government is doing everything possible to not stop or impact the outcome of Tesla China, which is fantastic. And I just hope Tesla will have the same support from Germany, because for both countries, Tesla, once the biggest company in the world, really the countries and the people in the countries, the cities, communities will really benefit of this change of transportation and sustainable energy.